Hello family, welcome back to episode number 3 of Jada's Conscientious Convos. I just want to say, first off, I am very, very, very proud of myself for being dedicated, number 1. Number 2, for not giving up and not quitting on this YouTube channel. I stuck to it. This is now episode number 3. It seems as though like my timeline is monthly videos, just to, you know, gather multiple ideas for each episode that I want to put out there. Second, I want to start off by saying thank you for tuning in. If you have watched my first, second, and now this 3rd video, you're a trooper. I love you. Thank you so much. If you're now tuning in for the first time, I love you still. Thank you so much. But if you have not subscribed yet, please press the subscription button at the bottom of the video. You also can press the little bell button that'll notify you every time I post videos. I'm not like annoying with my posts or my content, so it's gonna be probably monthly notifications that you get from me, but still good to be notified about, you know, my content and things I'm posting. So this week's episode, we're going to talk about the mortality rate and the aspect of racism in the healthcare system that, you know, the United States has. Everybody knows, I think I said it in my last video most likely, but if I did not, I'm going to say it now. Everybody knows that this country was based off of the needs and desires of rich white men, right? Okay, if you did not know that, now you know. Yes, rich white men. So women, black women, being a black woman, okay? There's no consideration, there's no inclusion, there's like no thought behind any of our needs, our desires, because we're black women. But I digress. Healthcare has been something that has been denied from women of color. I'm gonna say women of color because it happens to women of color. I mean, I don't know, I want to target just black women in this video, but it will be fair to say women of color because it does happen to women of color. So women of color and black women have been denied proper medical attention, health care, benefits, anything regarding health for a very long time because of their race or their gender or both. I recently was on Facebook, not so recently, this was probably like a few weeks ago, was on Facebook, and I'm looking down at my computer, sorry guys, I'm looking at some notes that I have for this video, but I was on Facebook scrolling. Now, before I continue, I just want to make a correction because I realized I said something in my last video that like maybe contradicted myself a bit. Regarding my news outlets and where I get my news from. I don't necessarily get news and things from social media as opposed to the news. I just look into it more once I see it on social media because I don't watch the news. The news is full of negativity, and the only positive things they show has either nothing to do with humans, has nothing to do with black people, has nothing positive to do with anything, you know. So I stopped watching. I haven't watched the news in probably like 2-3 years now, because it's every day you turn on the TV and they have the Citizens app. If you guys have the Citizens app, please delete it. It's negativity. It's strictly negativity, and I have no time for negativity, so I don't watch the news. But you know, if I see a story on my Facebook or my Instagram or my Twitter or whatever, I we'll look into it a little bit more. Then I go and I do further research. That's how I get like information on the things that I bring to you guys, right? Just to clear that up. A couple weeks ago, February 25th, I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw a post about a woman by the name of, what is her name? There we go. Miss Anna Brown. A woman by the name of Miss Anna Brown, right? This happened in Ohio, St. Mary's Hospital, Richmond Heights, Ohio. She sprained her ankle, right? Okay. She sprained her ankle, and her sprained ankle caused blood clots in her ankle, right? And those blood clots traveled from her ankle to her lungs, right? Okay. She went to St. Mary's Hospital and she told them, like, you know, I don't feel good. Something's not right. I'm not feeling well. I don't feel like I'm good enough to go home. Can you guys please look into this a little bit more? And of course, they refused to provide her treatment. They refused to provide her any sort of medical attention further than what they already have given her. And so they basically were telling her to leave, but she refused to leave. I would refuse to leave. Anybody would refuse to leave. If you're in a hospital and you don't feel comfortable leaving because you feel like something is still wrong with you, or something still hurts, or something still just doesn't feel right, you shouldn't leave the hospital. So Richmond Heights Police Department came and forcibly took her. Okay. Forcibly took her out of the hospital. Now, if you guys don't know what it is like to, or what it looks like to forcibly remove someone from a scenario or a situation or a place, think back to the time that Black woman, I'm gonna look for her name right now for y'all.
Jasmine. Is it Barnes? No.
Jasmine Headley. Okay. Jasmine Headley. If you guys watched, like, it was all over the news. She was in the HRA office trying to get her childcare situation sorted out because her childcare, I guess, like the bill they were giving her or whatever help they were giving her for her childcare was cut. And so she had to call out of work and take the day off to go to the HRA office and see about her childcare, so that her son will be able to go to school and have childcare so that she can go to work and provide for her family, you know? And she was tired. She said she was there. I watched actually her interview this morning. No, not an interview. She gave a speech in the city council office. And her speech, she said that she was there for hours and it didn't seem like she was gonna have like any sort of a resolution or anything anytime soon. So she wanted to take a seat, and y'all know how these offices be packed, like, and if it's no seat, you gotta stand, but nobody wants to stand, especially if you have a 1-year-old baby with you. She put the baby in the stroller, she sat down on the floor, and they told her she couldn't sit on the floor, but there was nowhere for her to sit. So what did y'all want her to do? Sit on the ceiling? Sit on the roof? Sit on the counter? Sit on y'all head tops? Like, what y'all want her to do? She did what anybody would do and sit on the floor. And they came and they forcibly took her son, like tried to rip her son, out of her arms. And while she was on the ground, like, it's a very, very sad and disturbing video to watch. But I say that to say that's what forcibly removing someone is. If you've seen the video of how they were trying to take the child from her, you know what it means by being forcibly removed, right? So the woman now, Miss Anna Brown, in the hospital with her blood clots in her lungs, okay, damn near on the brink of death, was refused any sort of medical attention. When RHPD came and took her out of the hospital, they put her in a squad car laid her on the floor in the jail cell. They took her out of the car. Like, okay, so first of all, they snatched her up out of the hospital because she didn't want to leave. They put her in a squad car, not an ambulance, not like a squad car. Took her to a jail cell, laid sis on the floor, and she died a few minutes later. She died a few minutes later. If that is not disturbing, I don't know what is. That's disgusting. Like 100% disgusting. Okay? This is not the first, time that we hear about Black women being denied healthcare. Serena Williams, during childbirth. Childbirth is one of the times where it most often happens that Black women are denied further medical attention or further medical care than what they have received as it stands, And so Serena Williams,
let's see, she went to the hospital, she needs to contrast an IV heparin, a blood thinner right away. The nurse got her pain medicine, and got confused.
Serena insisted, okay, I'm gonna read this for y'all because this is important for y'all to hear. So Serena Williams, she has a history of pulmonary embolisms, right? And she underwent emergency treatment for one of her life-threatening embolisms in 2011. And so during childbirth, she underwent emergency surgery for one of her embolisms in 2011. And so during childbirth, she started experiencing some symptoms from one of her, I guess, a pulmonary embolism that she was having. So I'm gonna read this. She walked out of the hospital room so her mother wouldn't worry and told the nearest nurse, between gasps, that she needed a CT scan with contrast and IV heparin, a blood thinner, right away. The nurse thought her pain medicine might be making her confused, but Serena insisted, and soon enough a doctor was performing an ultrasound of her legs. I was like, a Doppler? I told you I need a CT scan and a heparin drip, she remembers telling the team. The ultrasound revealed nothing, so they sent her for the CT, and sure enough, several small blood clots had settled in her lungs. Minutes later, she was on the drip. I was like, listen to Dr. Williams. This is what the Vogue writer Rob Haskell, I'm reading a blog about the situation that happened by some guy named Rob Haskell. He wrote this, and I just read what he wrote. But here you go. America's ongoing mortality crisis, 3 to 4 times more likely than a white woman to die from pregnancy-related complications. Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die during childbirth complications than white women. 3 to 4. Now, I'm not a math guru, but 3 to 4? That's basically like a 90% chance or 80% chance of, 80% of Black women that go through childbirth most likely end up dying from childbirth complications and lack of medical attention from the nurses and the doctors and things in these hospitals. Now, with that being said and that being the case, I don't know what we can do to change that. Only thing I can really push out there as a solution is to have more Black women in the medical field. That is a game changer, because Black women in the medical field taking care of other Black women, that's like how much more, you know, how much better can it get? Black women care for other Black women. We have to be the only ones to care for each other because nobody gives a fuck about us. Excuse my language, but to be real, like, that's just what it is. Nobody cares about us but us. We're living in a time where, like, it seems as though some people are waking up and noticing, like, what's going on and realizing that, hey, this ain't right. But a lot of people are very ignorant exactly to what's going on. And it doesn't do any justice for the Black community. It doesn't do any justice for Black women, for Black men, for Black children. It doesn't. To speak from personal experience, my mother almost died giving birth to my little brother. Like, she almost died giving birth to my little brother. And I swear to God, I don't know what I would do if that was the case. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is serious. Mortality rates of Black women during childbirth and Black women, period, like having any sort of medical issue, like, this is bad. What can we do to decrease these chances of Black women dying during childbirth? What can we do to decrease the chances of doctors and nurses not providing the proper medical attention that these Black women need? What can we do? I'm like, seriously, I'm asking you guys for solutions. I'm asking you guys to help me think about what we can do to stop it, to help it, to decrease it. Like, what can we do? Like I said, the only solution that I can think of right now is having more Black women in the medical field, or, you know, even having like a training or proper, I don't know, classes for taking care of certain situations and dealing with certain things. Like, I heard somebody say, or I think I read it somewhere, that it was like, if you go to the doctor and you tell them to do something, perform a certain test, or run a certain test, or perform a certain scan or something like that, and they don't do it, let them know that you want it written down in your medical record that they did not want to do it, and they may end up doing it. Or they write in your medical record that they didn't want to do it. But that's a liability, because if anything happens to that Black woman, then this hospital or this doctor's office, whoever like she went to last, or whoever is on record saying that they didn't want to perform the scan or perform this test, is held as a liability, because they may have been the reason why this Black woman died, you know? And so I suggest that you guys all try it. It wouldn't hurt to do. It wouldn't hurt to try. Just let them know, you know, if you feel any form of way, if you go to the doctor and they be like, okay, here, take this, and, you know, go get your meds and blah, 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 and you still don't feel right leaving the hospital, don't leave. Number one, do not leave. Don't go anywhere until you receive the help that you need. Number two, try out what I just let you guys, what I just told you guys. Like, let them know that you want it written down in your form, in your medical records, that they didn't want to do this for you. And that may be a game changer. That may be, you know, something, or a way for them to see that, hey, okay, let's just do this, because we don't want to be the ones written down in record saying that we didn't want to do it and then she dies. Nobody wants to have a lawsuit. That's it. Girl, that's a lawsuit. You don't want to perform this test on me and I die? My family gonna get money. So do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But we also don't want any Black women dying from childbirth complications, or from medical care that they should have received, or medical attention, extra medical attention, further medical attention that they should have received, proper medical attention that they should have received. Because most times people just do things halfway, like, all right, you're just gonna do this and you're gonna take this medication, and they give you some ibuprofen, whatever, I don't know, and just send you on your way, and then you end up feeling worse than you got there, worse than you felt than when you got there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm opening the floor to you guys. I want to let you guys know that this is what's going on. Black women are not receiving proper medical attention. They're not receiving proper medical care. It's killing our mothers, our wives, our aunties, our grandmas, our nieces, our sisters, our daughters. It's a hidden agenda that they have. Also, what I want to mention is I just recently read, actually, that Planned Parenthood was based off of racist ideals. Not a surprise. But the woman that created Planned Parenthood, the abortion clinic, basically said that she built it to control the childbirth of Black women. Hello? They don't want us reproducing. They don't want us breeding no more Black people in this world. They want to get rid of us massively. And so it's just something that we need to educate ourselves on about some more, read into it some more, try to see if there's ways that we can help. Like I said, I'm opening the floor to you guys for solutions. I just wanted to bring this to your attention so that we know, like, actually what's going on, because I don't think a lot of people knew that, you know, the rate of Black women dying is, you get what I'm saying? Like, Black women, we are out here dying, y'all. We're out here dying. We're not being respected. We're not being cherished. We're not being uplifted. We're not being put on pedestals. We breed life, any type of life. Like, I mean, we breed white babies, Black babies, Spanish babies, Chinese babies. We have it all. Most times when they present like the tree of life, that's exactly what a placenta looks like. The stem is the umbilical cord to the baby's belly button, and everything else that's in that sac, all the veins and everything that's being brought in, all the nutrients and proteins and everything that's in there that's being brought to the baby, that's the tree of life right there. That's us. Hello? Y'all gotta wake up. I need you guys to understand that this is not getting, and it's a situation that's not getting better, but it's getting worse as we progress. And I need us to find something to do about it. Find a solution. We have to, I don't know. Like, this is the first time where I've been left stuck, like, without a solution, without words. It's just like, that's scary. That's really, really scary. So family, I want you guys to read up on this a bit more, look into it, and just familiarize yourself with what's going on, the statistics, the rates of mortality. Like, just read about it, because like I said, these are our mothers, our aunties, our nieces, our sisters, our, you know, grandmas that are out here dying because we're not receiving proper medical care from people that's supposed to be giving us proper medical care, people that are licensed to do certain things in the medical office, in the medical field, and not being held accountable for it, being put on paid leave because they're investigating a Black woman that died in their hands. You understand what I'm saying? Like, same shit that's happening with the police. Police are killing people. They killing our brothers, our uncles, our fathers, our grandfathers, our nephews. They killing all of them and being placed on administrative leave, paid leave, until it all blows over. Then they come back and get their shield and their gun and continue to work like nothing ever happened. This is bad. There's a secret agenda against Black people, and it has been in place since the beginning of time, and it's only getting worse. And that's what I need you guys to understand. It's only getting worse. Emphasis on worse. Okay? So the only thing that we can do at this point, well, not the only thing, but one of the things that we can do at this point is inform ourselves, read up on it, you know, familiarize ourselves with what's going on, and try to find solutions, try to find ways that we can get this to not be this anymore. Like, it's gonna be tough, it's gonna take time, but I need everybody to be on board. I need everybody to realize what's going on, understand what's going on, and move accordingly as we progress. Things cannot keep getting worse, because how much worse can it get? Things can only get better, you know, but we have to make it better. So family, as always, I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I did say in the beginning of this video, but I'm going to say it again. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Press the notification button so you guys get another notification probably next month. For episode number 4, I will be trying, well, what I'm going to try to do for episode 4 is I wear like a lot of regular clothes for my videos, but as part of my hashtag JCC or hashtag Jada's Conscientious Convos thing that I have going, I would like to start making like some clothing, some t-shirts, some sweats, you know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a little test run. Hopefully by next month you guys will see me in one of the shirts that I'm gonna be trying to you know, give to you guys, sell, give away, things like that. I'm gonna be including giveaways. I'm gonna be including shirts for sale, pants for sale, maybe some hats for sale. You know, we'll see what happens, how far that goes, but that's the plan. If you guys can help me help you, share this video, like the video, comment on the video, let me know what you guys think, you know, how we can, what solutions you may have come up with, how we can help. Like, you know, this is an open bubble space opportunity for all of it. I need it from you guys, and we can have these convos together. And like I always say, Black people, I love you.